Hello, Antoinette here from Holistic Centre. Today I want to talk about a quote from Howard Truman, and it's something that I've been reading a lot about lately, and I've been talking about alignment, but I think this quote really kind of pulls it all together. And it starts with, if I'm going to be me, I want to be free. Not the me my friends want me to be. Not the me my husband wants me to be. Not the me my children want me to be. If I'm going to be me, I've got to be free. That's a powerful quote. What does being free mean to you? So I want to talk about this today with regards to alignment, because alignment is a word that I have really resonated with this year. And it's something I've brought into my life, and I find that it has changed a lot of my life in the last couple of months. And it's something that I want to share with you guys. So what does alignment mean for you? True freedom equals living in alignment with who you really are. Misalignment feels like you're following somebody else's rules. It's not you. You're doing and being the person somebody else wants you to be. That's not living your life and who you really should be and who the universe has requested that you are. We know as small children, we played out, we imagined what the world was going to be. We grew up and life gets in the way. But we need to look back to what we were when we were a small child and the visions that we had then, because that's who we truly were. Yes, we have to adjust them into adulthood, but those visions that we had as a child, that we wanted to grow up and go to the moon or be an astronaut or whatever, our dreams were when we were small children. So alignment should feel, you're incongruent between your rules, your values, and your actions. When you're aligned, freedom is not external. It is an internal state. You feel that you know this is where you're going and you're doing what you should be doing. The cost of not being free, signs that you're not free: you dread, you're resistant, you're burnt out, you're living for the weekend. The masked effect, showing up as someone else. Have you gone out and been with different social events or different circles of people, and you change who you are because it doesn't fit in with that group? You don't want to talk about a topic that you're passionate about because it doesn't sit in with that group. That's not who you really are. And the people who are in your life should be in your life because they want to be in your life and they love who you are, not who you're trying to be. They love who you are and who you want to be. So your inner work of freedom starts with self-awareness. So if I was to ask you who you really are, what would you think about that? What word would come to your mind if I was to say, who are you really? Who do you want to be? Who is the person inside you? And you're not your name. I'm not Antoinette Moore. It is my name. It's the name that I'm known as. But I'm not Antoinette Moore. I'm me. I am what goes on in my subconscious mind. I am the things that I align with. I am the people that I feel at home with. You go to somebody's company, and as in a circle of people, and you can feel very relaxed with them. They could be strangers you've met 5 minutes ago, but you feel very relaxed with them. You could go and sit in somebody else's company that you've known for a lot of years, and you just don't feel you're there. You don't feel you should be there. You don't feel that you want to be there. And you're not really there. It's just passing time. And that's sad, really, if that's the way you're feeling about your company that you're involved with every day. So finding out, the first thing we've got to do is find out who you are. And if you don't know who you are, well, then you're not going to be able to align your life, are you? So it's not about waiting for permission. You don't need permission from anybody. You don't need permission from your friends, your family, for you to be who you are. You've got to take the baby steps. And baby steps is all you need to take. You find out and you ask yourself, who am I? Not who am I today? Not who am I when I'm in work? Who am I? And who is my person that I want to be? What would alignment look for you in any particular area? What would alignment look for you in workplace? What would alignment look for you in your family environment? What would alignment look for you in your circle of friends? What does alignment look for you? Who are you in those areas? So I would suggest that you take a pen and paper tonight or anytime whenever you're free and write down the words, whatever comes to your mind when you ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Who am I, the person inside this body? What do they want? And just write keywords down. Don't worry about the spelling. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about you can't, coordinate in a proper sentence. Just write down what comes into your mind. Put the page aside and then look at it the next day. And think about what's written on the page. Think about, is that the person you really want to be? Does that connect with you? Are you that person? Or have you drifted off to being another person? And if so, it's time to get you back on track. Literally, get the trains back on the track and get yourself back into alignment of who you are, what you want to be, and where you want to go in your life. And I think for people who suffer with depression, anxiety, things like that, it's very difficult for them. And life gets very complicated. So looking at who you really are and what you want to be in life may be the first step to helping yourself. Do you have that inner voice in your head, as I call it, the itty bitty shitty committee that sits on your shoulder telling you, oh, you didn't do that right. You couldn't do that. What are you thinking about doing that? That's never going to work. Those words and those voices are just they're called different words. They're called your paradigms. They're called your beliefs. They're called different words. But it's just your inner voice telling you that you can't do something. When in the real world, if you want to do something, you can do it. It will take time. You may need to get support. You might need to get professional support, but you can do it. If you really want to do something, you can do it. There's a quote out there, if I believe I can achieve. Not too sure who wrote that, but that's very true. If you believe you can do something, you can achieve it. So what I want us to do tonight is to take the quote, if I'm going to be me, I want to be free. Reflect on where you're living freely and where you're being held back. So DM me the word free and I'll send you a journaling guide to help you explore this deeper. Thank you very much. This is Antoinette from Pyramid Holistic Centre. Have a nice day. The Pyramid Path.